Following the predictions for contracting weather patterns for 2016, the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology hosted a conference with representatives of the media, climatologists, and officials from the various sectors to suggest the best options for dealing with this phenomenon. The conference discussed how early climate warning information can help the region's sectors, especially agriculture, health, tourism, and water. Chief of Applied Meteorology and Climatology Adrian Trotman anticipates that once the El Nino weakens, its counterpart will likely bring higher than normal rainfall and stronger storm systems later this year.
But yes, if there is, we expect that there'll be greater hurricane activity. And sometimes greater hurricane activity might not necessarily mean more hurricanes. It might also deal with, or can also deal with, the strength of the systems, right? And the strength of waves, tropical waves, I'm sure you've heard this term many times, could yield sometimes more rainfall, even if they don't develop into tropical cyclones.
Executive Director of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDEMA, Ronald Hugh Jackson, says the recent advances in climate forecasting services can assist government planners to make decisions in preparation.
SEDEMA is a regional institution that draws on the regional capacity, so across member states, to really advance any kind of preparedness or any surge capacity. That's what SEDEMA does. It provides surge support to an affected member state should their capacities be overwhelmed. One of the things we're concerned about is certainly what is happening in some of the member states in terms of the rate at which their national capacity is being built and sustained within the national context. We're doing training, we're doing plan testing, but that can only be as effective as the level of investment made nationally.
As it relates to drought periods now being experienced throughout the region, Antigua Public Utilities Authority hydrologist Veronica Yearwood describes the dire situation faced by the island of Antigua and Barbuda.
Antigua put a lot of things in place recently, whereas we realized the drought was not going to end immediately. So the government has invested in other reverse osmosis plants, because at this point in time, for about a year now, all our reservoirs have been dry, completely dry, to the point where you can drive your cars through the reservoir if you can navigate the terrain.
Despite these predictions, the CIMH is hoping that the rainy season will come back progressively to minimize the effects of heavy and continuous rainfall. Colin Campbell, GBN News.